Welcome to day 10. And today's going to be about releasing the hostages. So let's begin as we always do with 3 deep breaths to get us centered. Here we go. 1. Let the shoulders drop and relax. 2. Relax and release the jaw. And 3. Open the heart to receive. Open, open, open to receive. Okay, so today is about releasing the hostages. And one of the things that I've found after all these years of teaching, and particularly in working on private sessions one-on-one, is that many of our problems are people problems, relationship problems, relationship issues, not even necessarily huge dramatic relationship issues, but just the little ways day in and day out that we have problems with people. And one of those problems that I found with myself, and this maybe is also more activated in those of us who are working on ourselves, who read, who study, who do the inner work. We may have more of a tendency to do this than other people, and that is getting in other people's business and trying to fix people, trying to help people, and even, in a lot of cases, trying to cheer them up. So one of the things that I have had people in my live sessions do for years is we all say together as an affirmation, nobody wants my good advice. And, even when people are paying to hear my good advice, a lot of times they don't listen to my good advice. And this can cause so many problems in our relationships when we are trying to change people. Even, particularly as I was saying, for those of us who spiritual, all of that, think, oh, I want to help you. It's for your own good. Stay in your own yard is the advice I give myself and others. Is stay in your own yard. Don't be dragging people over into your yard. Even your husband and your children should not be dragged into your yard. Ain't nobody in your yard but you and your own inner guidance. Stay in your own yard. So there's a beautiful and very pointed part of A Course in Miracles that talks about this, that says, "It is not up to you to change your brother, but merely to accept him as he is. Any attempt you make to correct a brother means that you believe correction by you is possible, and this can only be the arrogance of the ego. Not up to you to change people, but merely to accept them as they are. Not to approve, but just to accept them as they are." Again, we are not selling peace or joy. Really, the best way to really help people, for the most part, is through demonstration, being an example of someone who's happy, of someone who's peaceful, of someone who knows how to enjoy life. And if we really are living that, and of course nobody lives it 24/7, but if that's dominantly how we're living and we're always practicing those principles, then some others will be inspired by that. But often it's not the people you want to have be inspired by that. A lot of times you can say till you're blue in the face something to someone close to you, and they just don't want to hear it, don't get it, think it's stupid. Years later, some complete total stranger will say the same thing to them at a 7-Eleven, or they'll see it on a bumper sticker and they'll go, "Guess what?" And you just gotta let go of being the one, being the savior of the universe, and just release people to be who they are. You know, I a friend of mine had she would buy greeting cards ahead of time so that she always had sort of a stack of them if she ever needed them for anything. And so this was back in 1990. I'll never forget this. I was going through them. She had them at her desk. We were looking through them to find a certain card, and one of them had this. It was a drawing of a woman from like the 1940s or 50s, and she's got gloved hands and she's looking off dreamily. And on the front of the card it says, "Thinking of you." And when you open it up, it says, "Wish you would change." That's a lot of times our experience of our loved ones. "Oh, I love you just the way you are. Please change." And we exhaust ourselves trying to, you should eat better. You should take better care of yourself. You should listen to directions. You should be on time. You should this. You should that. You should the other thing. And it is exhausting, and it mostly builds up resentment in our relationships. But when we can just, I'm going to just stay in my own yard. Most of us have plenty to do in our own yard, in our own garden, doing our own weeding and watering of our personalities, our actions, our focus, to not be constantly looking over the fence to see what somebody else is doing. I'm going to straighten up my relatives. They don't understand. They need to be on the right side of history. They don't. And relationships were not built for that kind of endless, basically, war. It's like going to war with people all the time. The wonderful teacher Byron Katie talks about this, to just ask yourself when you're upset in a relationship, whose business am I in? Whose business am I in? Am I over there in their yard trying to dictate to them like a dictator, like a little Hitler who just has all these rules for how other people should be? You should be happy. You should cheer up. You should look at the bright side. You should see the glass as half full. This is not welcome advice for the most part. And really, who are we to say someone else should be in the mood that we want them to be in? I can only control my own actions, my own thoughts, my own thinking. And then, Abraham Hicks says, words don't teach. You teach through the clarity of your example. Preaching at people, begging people, haranguing people, leaving books around for them to find, all these things are just a way of dominating, manipulating, and controlling others. And none of our philosophy is about manipulating or controlling. It is about there is a power and a presence which runs the universe. It makes seeds turn into flowers, embryos turn into babies, makes planets revolve around the sun in perfect proximity without our help and needless intervention. So if you want to be free, free the hostages. Tear down the jail cell, free the hostages, let them go, and get back in your own yard, your own beautiful garden, your own beautiful way of planting the seeds that you want for yourself to grow, and focus on that. And, if someone needs you, you can say in situations to people, "I'm so sorry you're going through that. I'm so sorry that you're feeling this way. Is there anything I can do?" Instead of just doling out our pearls of wisdom, is there anything I can do? Big difference than just, "Oh, let me tell you what we are a world of know-it-alls now." And it's very relaxing to just go, you know what? God's in charge. I'm on a need-to-know basis. All right, so that's it for today. Just know that I love you. I'm here for you. I will see you tomorrow. I love you. I love you. I love you. Click the like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. If you like, go to jacobglass.com for more information, and have a lovely, lovely, blessed day in your own yard.